Today we're going to be looking at my kayak. I actually got this on Facebook Marketplace for $300. It's a Lifetime Teton Pro. It actually came with no seat. I still haven't gotten this thing out on the water, but I got this with my dad. He's a truck driver, so he had that seat for his butt. And I got this actually on Goodwill for $5. So I just threw that on. I still haven't taken it on the water, but thankfully this just arrived today from Lifetime. So it's the actual seat that I got. So we'll be installing that later. It did run me back 90 some dollars with shipping and handling. I thought that it was going to be free. I had seen some people on Reddit saying that they had gotten it for free, but I don't know if when this got manufactured, maybe the warranty was up. They didn't ask for any information like you know, where I had gotten it or anything. They did ask for the basically like the whole ID. I don't know what you would call that, but yeah, that's a kayak. Nothing in the front. I did notice that the bungee cords were kind of you know, worn out from the sun. I imagine they kept it outside. I bought this boat deck foam board off Amazon. I still plan on using some Sharpie maybe to go around the edges so that it doesn't look that ragged, you know. These are just plastic golf balls. I actually found these at 5 and Below. I was going there to look for lights, but I actually found those. Ran some bungee cord and I didn't have any washers, so I just used one of the bolts that was actually left over from this, which is just a classic anchor trolley like that. Cool thing about this, it's actually almost like the model that Yak Attack sells, except for that it has these little plastic pulleys. I don't know how long those will hold up. They don't seem bad at all. I threw in some marine sealant around there just to make sure that no water was gonna get in there. I know that that's the water line. Like I've said, I haven't taken this out on the water yet, but I would imagine that this is still gonna remain above the water line, so I shouldn't have to worry about that. I got my milk crate. I just brought this from home actually, so I'm happy I found that. I didn't have to buy that. But apart from that, pretty nice kayak. Let's get that seat set up. Here's the actual box it came in. It is a lot lighter than I was expecting it. And that's good news to me. Not because of like, you know, I feel like if it's lighter, you would usually think, oh, that's bad quality, you know, but the thing with this, if it's lighter, that just means that I'm going to be able to, you know, carry it, and it's not going to add that much weight to the actual kayak either. So I really like that, because this kayak, by the way, it is 80 something pounds, or I don't know if it's like 79 pounds, 78 pounds, something around that. I'm a pretty skinny guy, so I did have some trouble loading it up, I have to be honest, but I mean, I was able to do it. But I do enjoy a light seat. And the thing about this, from what I've seen in other videos and other people posting about it, is that you can actually take this off of your kayak and just like set it down on the shore, and it just becomes a normal lawn seat basically, or a stadium seat, what you would want to call it. Just seeing what do they give you here. Just throw those on the ground instead. Oh, they just want to run away from me. Oh, okay. Just looks like there are ends probably for the tubes on there. Let's put this right here. Cool. Really nice material. I mean, I can already tell that that's going to take a while for me to wear it down. And again, I mean, the weight capacity on this is quite a bit. It's the same as a Yukon, I'm pretty sure. 350 pounds or 159 kilograms. I weigh like 120, so I'm not gonna have a problem being on this and carrying, you know, with me a few rods, some tackle, maybe even, you know, an ice box with lunch. Let's get these off. I was using this X-Acto knife to cut the foam board actually. It didn't come out as nice as I hoped, and if anyone's doing it, you want to actually make a stencil out of it, because what I did, I took a stencil out of this, cut it out, pasted it, took a stencil out of this, did the same thing, that one and that one. And then afterwards, when I was gonna do this one, I started noticing that if I would have done a stencil of this and then this one and then that one, it would have just saved me so much more deck foam, you know? So I ended up not having enough to fill up these two right here, and I still have to do all of these sides right there. So if anyone else is planning on doing that, just keep in mind, you probably want to make a stencil for the whole thing first and then cut it out and paste it. All right. So are these the straps that go on the bottom, or? Interesting. Okay, there we go. Cool. So right here, let's get this seat out of the way so we can put this one down. And I know they do sell some type of adapters to make this higher, but I mean, it already seems like it's going to be pretty high up. Is this how it goes? Well, that snapped in. And that snapped in as well. Boom. What I have seen a lot of people do is they get these bungee cords and they strap them down right here. These are actually supposed to go crisscross down here. There we go. All right. Watch out. You do not want to break these plastic fucking bungees. All right, next one. There we go. So what that is supposed to do, so that let's say you get up, you want to get something from the back, you can actually pull this seat down, grab whatever you want, and it'll just spring back so that you can continue laying back. All right. And then, so this is actually for this strap right here. So what I have seen from other YouTubers say is that this is actually here so that if this mechanism, you know, stops and this flies off, somehow the bungees also come off, this will stay strapped into your kayak. And just like that, your kayak is now secure. Your seat is now secure to your kayak. Now let's see how this works. These go around here somehow, like that. Is that how this goes? I'm guessing because it would not go like that. All right, let's try what I'm thinking. Because I wouldn't think that it goes on top either. That would just be silly. So definitely goes over here. That would go under. I should have probably done this when it was off, right? All right. I guess this is just practice. Time to take off these bungee cords. All right. What if we just do that? Boom. Work smarter, not harder. See that right there? Bring this piece around. Just feed it like we've been feeding all of them. I'm really excited to take this thing out on the water. I'm actually right now in Tucson, Arizona, so there's a few community lakes that I guess the state built around here. All right, let's put that down. Cool. Now what these are for is to then see if you want to be more, you know, sit it up forward, or you can really lean this thing all the way back, which is crazy. Wow. Well, let's sit on it. Pause. My bad, guys. Oh, that is the works. All right, I can definitely tell that this laid back position is gonna come in handy. I do feel like if I give it, there we go. Give it some push and you definitely will pop off. I just tried that. So you definitely don't want to be pulling back too much. You see that, guys, right there? And boom. Huh. That's interesting. I wonder if were these, I have to check out a video, guys, but there has to be some way that this right here, I have to strap this down, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how, but I'll figure it out. But so far, I mean, if I keep the sitting up position, you know, I'm not going to be doing that laying back motion too much. Maybe when I'm rowing, you know. But honestly, really comfortable seat. Let's put this up and try that other position that it has. Just pop that off, throw that up, step up, pop that down. Let's try that. Oh wow, that you end up a lot higher in this position. See, this is what I'm saying. I don't understand how those seat risers are going to be comfortable. You're just going to be up so much higher, and this is already a bit too high for me. I feel like it might be unstable, but I mean, this kayak is known for its stability, or at least a cheap kayak to be this stable. I guess I can show everything else that I have for this kayak. Phone mount, anchor. So this I actually made myself. It's just literally cardboard, Amazon box. I cut it down into an eye, folded it, put a bunch of tape around it, and it became a little wire paracord holder. I had a actual anchor line that I bought at Walmart, but it just looked a little bit too thick and I didn't want to have too much stuff on the kayak. A lot of wind, guys. Looks like I won't be able to take out the kayak today, but hopefully as soon as this wind dies down, I'll be able to take this out. I've never actually been kayaking, so I definitely want to wait for good conditions because I don't want to run the risk of me flipping over, you know, and losing some of my gear. I've been looking at a bunch of suggestions, you know, tethers, pool floaties for the rods. So definitely gonna use those. Like for example, this right here. It was a pool, a rod floaty or whatever, but I decided to use it instead for an anchor floaty. So the way that trolley works, I imagine you guys know. I still don't have it down completely yet because if my carabiner is here, I don't have a way to feed this through. So I don't know if you guys in the comments, I imagine I just have to look at more videos, but this one, you know, would be tethered somewhere up here, maybe, or you know, down here. Obviously not there, that's not strong enough, but this line would then go through the loop of this, and then just by moving that, you can anchor yourself in the front, or of course, all the way in the back. And this is just a standard 3-pound grappling anchor. I think that's what it's called. Goes down. Anchor not on top. Follow some suggestions. I heard some people saying to use zip ties, but I saw someone on Reddit saying using bread, basically clamps or bread wires. Makes it really easy to just snap off, you know, you don't have to be pulling on it too much. I also got this phone holder. I actually got this off of Amazon and it was pretty cheap, around 20 bucks. I thought it was going to be longer. They did, maybe I just didn't look at the specifications, but it's actually pretty nice. It comes with the standard T-mount. That way you can just slide it in here. Pause again. Just tighten that down. And there you go. You got yourself your phone holder. And the way this works, I like it because you can loosen this arm up and you can, you know, bend the arm down, make this shorter if you need it. So I feel like that's gonna work because I want to have the GoPro either as a POV, either on my head or on my chest mounted. Maybe I want to upgrade, you know, put a pole right here on the back so that the GoPro can be a third person type of thing, but I definitely do want my phone up here recording me so that, you know, I could get some casts out there and we can see when the fish comes on the actual kayak. So the life jacket, the dude I bought this from, he actually threw in the life jacket. It was an Onyx one that I was actually looking on Facebook for, so funny enough, it was perfect for this application, you know. Definitely want to always have your PFD on you. Like I said, I've never kayaked before, so I definitely want to have that PFD on me in case I do accidentally flip over or, you know, something happens. My GoPro right now, it overheated, so there was that cut in the video, but I ended up putting this cushioning right here, and as you can hear it, that is just air, and in the back there's a valve so that you can actually fill it up with more air. So what I'm planning on doing is, before I take that out, I'm planning on filling it up with air. It just feels like you're sitting on a cloud. it is really nice. My only complaint about this seat is I'm a guy that likes to lay back. As soon as I lay back, that happens. It pops up. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. There is some space right here that I was noticing, like right there. That's like a whole finger that can fit in between it. So I don't know if different models have different chairs, but that's my only complaint right now, is that if I lean back, that thing's just gonna flip back, and on the water, it's not gonna be as stable. The other thing, I don't know what these are for. I thought that they were gonna be end plugs. Well, I guess they're extras, but look, if you notice here, these are flush. They're completely circle, and these are a little bit more rounded. So I don't know what these are supposed to be for. I don't see any holes that have to be covered. So maybe these are for just, you know, extras. I'm not sure. The phone holder, I actually pushed it up more forward. I noticed that now that I'm in the seat right here, and once I put my feet, boom, it actually covers it. If the phone holder was back here, it would cover it even more. So what I'm thinking is that either I have to push, you know, my feet down instead of having them so high up. I can be in a more relaxed state like that, and that it doesn't get covered at all. But anyways, my phone, since the camera's up here, you know, it would be right there. Or if I want to record with the back camera, it would still be technically out of the shot, hopefully. But that's basically my kayak. I hope it comes out, you know, it already came, it's coming out great. I hope it floats well, and that, you know, I start catching a lot more fish on it. So as soon as I take this out on the water, I'll make another video, or when I put that keel protector, I'll definitely make a video on that as well. Cactus casting out.